run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I
close, department your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to act like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, it's to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my...
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as the vessels alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or. Hard. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
General West.
Geis with a carry on second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Topper!
On 1st and 10, Diamond. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Got a man, Slayton. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Geis. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
61, matchbox right. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Geis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, and especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Ravens' 19-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a run with Geis. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to throw. Diamond. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point forthcoming. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. On first down, Jet. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, now, come on, now. 2-6. Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Check, 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 check. Hey, Charlie. 49, check 49, check 49.
On first down, this is Geis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Diamond. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This one from 48 yards away. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you do.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Devin Bush able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Hey, 56 is the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Arvin. 55 is mine, guys. 55. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check. Hey.
Here's Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40. And the cutback to the sideline. And he gets this one down to the 24. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 24. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
At the 34-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
56 right there, right there. 56.
The 36-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, let's go.
Now Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Right there, 56.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch left. He's tight right there. Hey, we got 3 down. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Target. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got you.
From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
56, check 56. Don't get nervous. Yo, 56, Mike, 56. Big stop. Hurry. Big stop.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Check. Mike's 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Check 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous, man.
Jackson on first down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the Steelers' 23-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go. 6 yards.
Right there, 56.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Bang, 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 bang. Center, safety crease.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
In your face.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Check 56. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Stepping up, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
They start on the ground with Geis, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Number 53. Hey, watch the slant. Check 99.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Jim. Check 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 40.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Geis going right. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Diamond. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's get him now. He's 6'6". Pull it high. Goose. Rock it.
Here we go with Geis. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 61 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Point after try forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Diamond. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And Mr. Reliable shows those legs again here in the playoffs.
And what do coaches tell us all the time? In the playoffs, the team that runs the football will win the game and ultimately be a champion. They're trying to prove that fact today.
Setting the tone on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Jet. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down now, Mooney. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 25. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Switch. Quick edge. Go.
On 3rd down, Jet. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 25 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Diamond. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
Set. 60 or. 55. Now. Hey, Delta.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Let's go. Mike 55.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Diamond. He completes it to Tate. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Tate's got it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha! 55, my God, 55. They go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. jamacad1's in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Back to throw. Diamond. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Diamond. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Tell the rest I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my best are off. Everything was better off. gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. Switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangsta hippies, women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard, go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worried about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice.
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I would you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Check out. 675. He's coming.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Strong right. Pick it up. Pick it up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
From the gun, here's Locke. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Murray now into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. For Zeke, one of the first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert. Check 3. Check. Lucky. 20.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Got a man open, it's Ross. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
From the 27, Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Murray now on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
That's the end of the first quarter.
No score after one on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Murray now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Luck, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Able to find Isabella. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's pin them. 58's the mark. 58's the mark.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Benjamin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How did they break that goose egg?
They got to fight.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, All the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. To throw his line. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Will Parks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A first throw for the backup Jackson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 63 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
After the interception, it's Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Monday.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll fake it. Now Love. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 6-man. Check curls.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On the delay, here's Breida. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Switch gears.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ezekiel Elliott, 92 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
They go play action with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jonathan Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Staying open. Staying open.
Mike.
Now a first down throw. Luck. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Luck going to throw it, fighting to stay upright. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jeffrey Simmons in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
At the same 16-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Luck now to throw. The quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
No. Off. No take. Spell. Watch the twist.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Jags, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now you split. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's time. On the wrist, watch out for this. I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex slick then he